Oh yes, welcome back to Marvel Contest of Champions News. Happy Wednesday, it's the 30th of January, and the fact is it's snowing in the UK. Where I am, not snowing enough, because I really want to go sledging. But in any case, shit happens. Let's get into the news. Our first story is a reminder about Marvel Insider, so if you do Marvel Insider each month, please remember that we've got the thing on at the moment on the rewards, and activity rewards for the current event in-game, which obviously will expire soon. In other news, we've got new avatars to use. We've got Diablo, we've got the thing, and my personal favourite, which I've changed to, is Lil Steve, aka the Lil Summon Symbiote. Our next story is talking about Courage and Assassin Masteries and the way that they are working, not working. At the end of the day, this all started about 2 days ago when Dork Lessons, Dorky DD Dave, put out a video that was talking a little bit more and showing evidence of maybe these things not working as intended. Now, this was then put onto the forum, and I strongly suggest everyone going to the video, the link is in the description. If you're not subscribed and if you're not watching Dave's stuff, then please do, because it's fantastic, puts up some amazing content. But let's have a look at what the forum had to say on the matter. Initially, this saw a lot of people questioning the whole kind of premise of Courage, and at the same time going, well, I think that Assassin is sort of working, but I don't think Courage is. Either way, it seemed that we needed to get the developers to give us a real opinion on the matter. First up to the bat was Vidius, or Vidius, whatever I'm deciding to call her this particular video. The fact is, she was on the case, but Kabam Mike was surely to follow. He says, "Hey everybody. Thank you, Dave, for taking the time to make this video. We've spoken to our team to find out what is going on, and can confirm that this isn't a bug, but the result of the age of these masteries. These masteries have been the same since they were introduced. Courage and Assassin do not raise your attack stats on their own, but boost your attack on every hit. They have never affected damage over time debuffs that procced off something that does not hit the opponent. This is because when these masteries were created, we had no way to apply a bonus to any stat based on your real-time health as it moved up and down. We had to check your current health each and every time we wanted to trigger the bonus. At the time, we also didn't have any abilities like this and dealt damage without a hit. We're going to rewrite the description text to avoid any further confusion." And just to bring those people up to speed that maybe have no clue what I'm talking about or maybe new to the game, how this really works is if you go to your mastery section, have a look at some of these masteries, the wording may look like it's all based on all types of effects, debuffs and general attacks, as Kabam Mike was stating. So it could be a case that you're thinking, right, well, if I'm physically hitting that champion, is that a case? Is that affected? No, it's all about putting things on like dying by bleeds, dying by cold snap, dying by poisons. You get the idea. This point by Ognar is something that I really believe in, and that is that when it's a case of putting things into a game, you have to understand the evolution and effects, cause and effect from things. Taking time to put in a champion, understand the description of what you're delivering, and at the same time giving plenty of time to test against different masteries, test properly in all platforms before delivering a champion is the same thing with the mastery. As it evolves in time and going, hey, we just introduced a champion, loads of champions that do massive debuff effects. How does that affect our masteries? Rather than just going, we've got a champion, she does a lot of damage, let's put her into the game, bish bash bosh, done. It's something that needs to be done in a great level of detail before putting it into a game, largely to avoid situations like this. But in case, what is your thoughts on this subject? Have your say in the comment section or go to the link in the description below to this forum post. Next up, we've got some frequently asked questions. These things that do crop up a lot of times in the forum. Not that anybody's going to pay too much attention to this, but it's still good to see this kind of information that Kabam want to see in order to prepare to give you the proper answer. In some cases, yeah, there's stuff that I think, well, we need an open dialogue. The ticket system is not perfect, and at the same time, with a game that gets a lot of people either complaining, having some sort of feedback, it is not good to have it against a random computer. It allows that personal touch. Remember, Kabam are meant to be transparent with you, so it's important to have that represented, especially in something like a forum, which is our communication with the developer. Either way, if you want to see some of this information prior to posting something, it is quite helpful, especially because if you're reporting a bug, to have all the information about your phone, your device that you're using, in order to let Kabam properly respond back and go, do you know what, we've tested against the platform, we found this, you're right, or unfortunately we've tested this and it's wrong, it could be something to do with your Wi-Fi, blah, blah, blah. The kind of stuff that just helps you out prior to posting. Next up, and a shout out to MBC Hate. This is a site, I think it's predominantly a Russian site, but it does have English or kind of American translations to it. The fact of the matter is, it's an amazing site. I use it a lot for a lot of the content that I create, and you should keep on favoriting, watching, you know, keep on going back and viewing some of the articles, because they put out a fantastic one which puts together all the original characters for Marvel Contest of Champions. In this particular article, there's information on Guillotine, there's also information on Venom Pool, then you've got Civil Warrior, that duck thing that, well, that's not Venom the Duck, King Groot, Morningstar, the list goes on, and it just pulls together all the information, motion comics, backstories, just all the original characters that Kabam have produced, and I strongly recommend you going over, giving it a read through, because it's fantastic. Next up, and if you thought the MSID error was gone, think again. Oh yeah, it's still very much about. It's something that still doesn't seem to be completely addressed, and you have to think and feel sorry for those that maybe it's all about having a modern based device, and they want to still play the game, but the fact is they're still getting this. I really hope that whatever device it is, and please, if anybody is posting on here, make sure you give your device information so that Kabam can, well, try and either tell you your device is too old for the game, or it's a case they won't fix it. Either way, you have to give that information, but it's still disappointing to see this error still about in-game currently. Next up, and let's talk about the Summon Symbiote. Well, I've changed my avatar now to that because it's Little Steve at the end of the day, and this person up top has, though he does, or she points out that there could be people that still have that. Kabam have said that they are definitely trying to address this to take away them, because that shouldn't be. But unfortunately, even to go as far as to say that, hey, he just dobbed somebody in there, Kabam are going to take that away from that person and just give them the account. That's bad form, my friend, bad form. But I know what you're feeling. I am a little bit jealous. I would love to have kept Little Steve a little bit longer, but the fact is Kabam did say they were going to take him away. Obviously they lied. And next up, it's Next Arena, and we've got Red Skull and we've got the featured being Mephisto. So over the weekend, what are my predictions for this? Well, I'm pretty much confused with this because, well, I don't know what's going on with the Arena bot versus Diablo's popularity. If we benchmark it against the Doc Ock one, then man, it's going to be difficult to pinpoint where we go with cutoffs now. It's a 5-star going for 18 mil, a 4-star featured going for 6.58 mil, and even the basic, which I'm covering at the moment, and to the right side, was 1.6. It's 1.6. So predictions and sticking my neck out on the line here, based on the Arena bot stuff, and maybe the fact that Diablo wasn't a popular champion to people. The fact is, the 5-star Mephisto, I'd say, would go for anything around, let's say, 17 mil, and the 4-star featured going for a flat, let's say, 6 mil. And then we've got the 3-star, if you're interested, probably about 900k if you want to be fine with that one. And Red Skull, yeah, not an incredibly popular champion, but I think for people adding a new champion to their roster, maybe a sneaky 1.8 mil for that guy. Now that's been your Marvel Contest of Champions news for Wednesday the 30th of January 2019. Hopefully catch you later for the live stream commencing at 1900 hours GMT. And at the same time, make sure to like, subscribe, and put post notifications on, so when the news gets to be released, they get to see it first. Happy days. I've been RichTheMan. I shall catch you in the next one. Bye for now.